First company highlight, and it's gonna be a negative one. Welcome back to LTW Tech. I'm your host Isaiah, and today we're gonna be going over MSI. So, first of all, I have new glasses. Second of all, I'm filming at my dad's house and not my mom's house, so I don't have my good mic. And also, I am in a different area, as you can see. I'm in the chair like I was for a few of my older videos. And then third of all is I have a sore throat, so I won't be talking very loud. It hurts a lot, and it's hard to do this video, but I'm going to do it anyways. So, let's get into it. So, MicroStar International, founded in 1986 in Taiwan, has a troubled history. Today, they are regarded as a company that makes good products, the best Z690 motherboards of any company, in fact, but suffers from a poor PR department. Today, I will tell you about their 7 biggest scandals. We have to start by going all the way back to 2004 when Vermont hardware and software company Electronic Connection Services sued MSI over exploding motherboards. Specifically, MSI allegedly intentionally used defective capacitors, which are used to manage power delivery, which could leak and cause motherboards to short circuit. The lawsuit cited industry magazines reporting since 2002 that motherboard companies were struggling with capacitor design. The exploding caps allegedly caused some users to lose their data since the boards bricked other components attached to them. MSI did not comment on the lawsuit. Considering there has been no information about this lawsuit since 2005, it seems the suit may have been dropped or settled out of court, with the latter being more likely based on my research. Whatever the case, MSI boards don't usually explode nowadays. MSI has also taken a page out of LG's book by attempting to influence tech media outlets. According to Gamers Nexus, they have tried to cover up negative coverage and delay the publication of negative reviews. Gamers Nexus is not quite sure whether MSI is purposefully delaying reviews so less people see them, or whether they genuinely want to use that time to fix their products. However, he believes they do so to reduce viewership on reviews by delaying them until days or weeks after a product launch. MSI often promises internal validation of results before a review is published. According to Steve from GN, if you contact the right engineers at a company such as MSI, you may get a response on the internal testing and be able to publish the review on time. However, small reviewers often do not have the privilege of high-up company contacts. Aside from stalling review publication, MSI takes advantage of small reviewers who can't buy their own product and instead rely on review samples. Specifically, MSI often promises that reviewers will be able to keep a review sample next time, as in not the current review sample, but the next one that they send. But they say this over and over to keep small reviewers relying on the company's generosity, as they likely call it. Essentially, small reviewers tend to skew their reviews positively to ensure continuation of review samples. As I explained in my PC Fails video, when MSI launched their budget and mid-range X570 boards in 2019, they were met with ridicule. As noted by Hardware Unboxed, who tend to expose a lot of this nonsense from companies, the budget X570A Pro had VRM and PCB temperatures over 100 degrees, which is straight up unsafe. However, even the historically good Gaming Edge and Gaming Carbon models had the same issues. The Gaming Edge and Gaming Pro Carbon reached temps well over 100 degrees as well. The Tomahawk and Gaming Plus also looked pretty bad upon launch. Prolonged use at these temps could lead to motherboard failure and system instability. MSI Australia, however, actually reached out to Hardware Unboxed right after the video was released, and the X570 boards have all since been fixed. MSI even flew out an executive to meet with Steve and discuss the findings. MSI accepted returns and gave refunds on all these motherboards. The brand promptly launched the X570 Unify, a new version of the Gaming Carbon, which was much better and more in line with its price point in terms of performance. So yeah, MSI royally botched its X570 motherboard launch, but at least they rebounded and listened to the community in this instance. It always seems to be either Hardware Unboxed or Gamers Nexus causing controversy with companies such as MSI. This is what happened in 2020 when Gamers Nexus reviewed the MSI Secura 500X case. The case is extremely shrouded in marketing jargon. MSI seems to have a god complex. However, marketing BS is fine if a product performs well and is priced fairly. The real problem is that MSI spent hundreds, if not thousands of dollars on fake awards such as the IF Design Award, which over 36,000 products have been awarded, by the way. These can make the case look good artificially. Additionally, the Secura 500X is simply rubbish. It's one of the worst performing cases out there, and it just so happens to be $250, $190 now. So yeah, you can literally get the Lian Li Lancool 215 for less than half of that, and it's way better. The problem is not that MSI made a garbage product, or even that the garbage product is priced so high, but rather that it sacrificed its integrity as a company to win an irrelevant award that nobody has even heard of. It seems MSI has removed the fake award from the website. There may have actually been more than one fake award before MSI got exposed. And they've replaced the award or awards with snippets of reviews from no-name reviewers in different languages because all the big reviewers took a massive dump all over the case. So they had to rely on smaller reviewers, which, again, such small reviewers may have been relying on review samples, so they may have skewed their reviews positively. It relates back to the other issue. So yeah. In mid-2020, tech media outlet TechTeamGB tested the MSI Bravo 15 laptop. He found display issues, thermal issues, and trackpad issues. He held the review and asked MSI to confirm his findings. Instead of doing this, MSI offered to pay him off to not post the review, stating, quote, "Only you and me know you have it," end quote. It being the laptop. After he posted the review anyways, MSI called him and asked that he remove the word disappointing from the title. He declined, and he was promptly threatened with a blacklist of review samples. MSI instantly requested that AMD force TechTeamGB to take the video down, but when AMD called TechTeamGB, they sided with him. So yeah, MSI can't do this. This is extortion, which is illegal in the United Kingdom, where TechTeamGB lives. It's amazing what big companies can get away with. By the way, MSI was also likely silenced by the many large YouTubers, such as J2Sense, who made videos blasting them in response. The power of the community is really great, honestly, with Linus responding to the hardware unboxing video thing, and then, there's also this LG, the LG thing as well, and then this MSI thing. It's really great to see the community band together in situations like that. Also in mid-2020, MSI CEO Shang Chang Chiang tragically passed away at the age of 56 after falling out of the 7th floor of MSI's headquarters in Taiwan. The incident occurred late at night when no one else was in the building. However, police do not believe foul play was involved. Many speculate it may have been a suicide. According to an MSI spokesperson, quote, "General Manager and Executive Mr. Shang Chang passed away earlier due to personal health factors," end quote. Considering that personal health factors can't usually cause someone to fall off a building, it's relatively safe to assume Chang committed suicide. Quote, "He has worked in the company for more than 20 years and has made outstanding contributions to the company and is loved by employees. All colleagues felt deeply saddened and mourned," end quote. So Chang suffered a concussion and a stroke immediately upon impact, so he may not have died right away, but he died nevertheless. Additionally, heart medication was found in the room he fell from, so it is possible he was impaired by a side effect of the drug. While this may not be a scandal in itself, it does raise questions about whether something was going on with the company that may have led Chang to commit suicide. Additionally, many question why details about Chang's death have been kept so secret by MSI and Taiwanese police. It is also important to note that his death did take place around the time of one or two of the other scandals on this list, so it could have some correlation. The truth is we really don't know, so yeah. The greatest enemy of PC gamers at the moment is arguably the dreaded scalper. When we think of scalpers, we think of random dudes in their mom's basement trying to make a buck. We do not, however, think of MSI. In October 2020, Starlit Partner, a subsidiary of MSI, was caught selling 4 3080s and 8 3090s on eBay at grossly inflated prices. That's how many they sold, at least before they were caught, but they listed more. So yeah, this is also known as scalping. MSI would likely not have been caught if not for some suspicious Reddit users who found that the Starlit trademark was registered under MSI. On Twitter, MSI confirmed that Starlit is in fact one of their partners. The subsidiary usually sells excess inventory and refurbished items at discounts, and MSI stated, quote, "An error allowed them access to inventory they were not permitted to handle," end quote. In a follow-up response, MSI stated, quote, "Starlit Partner has been instructed to contact the individual customers who purchased these graphic card products and offer two options: return the product and receive a full refund, or a partial refund of the amount paid over MSI's MSRP, end quote. This is a good response, but you have to wonder whether MSI would have cracked down on Starlit at all if they had found out about the scalping without community outrage. Many community members were further outraged that PC users supporting scalpers were rewarded by being able to buy cards at MSRP after MSI got caught. It's a very messy situation, but it seems to have been resolved, except for the GPU shortage, of course. Unlike EVGA, Seasonic, Fnatic, and Dbrand, some of my favorite companies, MSI has shown that they are willing to employ shady business practices in order to turn a profit. The problem is that they still make lots of phenomenal product at decent prices, so I would still recommend their products. But hopefully you enjoyed my first ever company/product line highlight. Let me know if you want me to do more. So basically the premise of this was to highlight the company of MSI, all the things that in my opinion they've done wrong, and things that the tech community doesn't like about them. Basically explain why they're hated, as Company Man would say. You know, he does that why they're hated series for certain companies like EA, for example. So my idea is basically that in the future I might want to do some more company highlights or product line highlights where I talk about the Enermax AIOs that had bacteria growing in them, the Cooler Master AIOs that leaked, the Asus Tough motherboards that had thermal issues. I think it would be really cool. The Thermaltake cases that were designed badly, the Thermaltake smart power supplies, just highlighting specific companies, their journeys, why they're hated, specific issues with them, or even positive highlights such as talking about why EVGA is pretty universally loved in the community, and things like that, or why Seasonic makes the best power supplies, that kind of thing. So I do think that would be interesting. Let me know if you guys want to see more of those. But for now, I don't want to make this video too long, and as I said, I do have a sore throat at the moment, so see you guys.